great seeing you, man.
Likewise.
Can can you remind people where we actually met, please?
Okay, I believe it was within the RBCX music program, if I'm not mistaken. For
Yes,
that,
it
we first
was.
kind of like connected, and in person was at the Canada Walk of Fame, I think,
Yep.
awards a couple of years ago at the convention center in Toronto.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe so. And it's just been, yeah, it's been amazing. And I remember during the program, you just given us, I think you were the first person I really heard go in depth about that whole world of like, PR and like the communicating on the more like publication level, media level. And yeah, so like it was already like very interesting, but then getting to meet you and hear like the amazing stories and the background and the experience has just been a blessing, honestly. And I just feel grateful to get to be here again and get to continue showcasing what we do. And yeah, I just feel very privileged, honestly.
It is an honor to speak with you. You are a blessing to music. What is it about the style of music, which is one of the reasons why I'm wearing this Marvin Gaye shirt?
Yes.
What is it about that style of R&B
Yeah.
that you love to represent?
In one word, I'd say the freedom, like when Marvin Gaye sang, he obviously had his inspirations and his inspirations had inspirations. But what attracted me to that style of singing right away was it just felt so free. It just felt so real, it's a way of singing where you don't have to necessarily a- achieve a certain standard of what someone says is going to be the right thing. You get to come out and make your own propositions and let people kind of like decide what they want to do with that. And yeah, man, that's it. It's really it. It's just like it's literally soul singing. So it's kind of like you expressing who you are because we all have our own voices, we all have our own experiences. So it's very much where like the person that you are really gets to sort of like externalize that in a focused way and in a free way. And I think it just kind of made me hungry for more in terms of hearing more of that music. And then eventually, once I started singing, I realized like there was no going back. Once you get used to expressing yourself that way, you just have to take in as much as you can, as much as you want, and see how you sort of like transform that into something else going out.
Sean Jones has always been a leader when it comes to Canadian R&B.
Yes.
And one of the things and Drew has done this, Divine Brown has said this also, where um it's such a beautiful genre, but we don't get enough radio play and we don't get enough play out there. Does that bother you yourself?
Thankfully, as a listener, if you enjoy it, you know where you to find it, you know where to find the people that are into it. So on a personal level, I'm not starved for it, but for sure, it's interesting because you think about what does get played a lot, or like the artists that do get played a lot, and maybe you get to sit down with them and ask them like, well, who inspired you, And I feel like you don't have to travel very far up the tree to end up in that world of soul. So it's an interesting dichotomy between this underrepresentation in the media landscape. I mean, certainly, around here, but how foundational it is to everything. It touches everybody. At the end of the day, you're talking about Sean Jones. Whoever you want to bring up, like you see them sing somewhere in public, you're gonna stop and you're gonna like take in what's going on because you understand on a cellular level that this is like it's a special thing going on. But I think yeah, it's really, yeah, it's interesting. And I wouldn't be able to, let me just get this thing back here real quick so I can hear you. Sorry about that. Yeah, I get excited, but yeah, yeah, I wouldn't say it bothers me per se because I do think, thankfully, there are people that react to it. I think the game is a little different. Obviously, you're not gonna approach it the same way that you would say like rock and roll or other styles like that. And you know what? That's fine. It's normal. You're dealing with matters of soul. You're dealing with matters of authenticity. So it's yeah, it's just a different journey. But I do rejoice in the fact that it is real, and you know that it's real, and people know that it's real, and you can always find your way towards those audiences and those people that appreciate that.
But I think, but what frustrates me personally is,
Hmm.
and then you throw in so many other great names to the Julie Blacks and the Deborah
Hmm.
Coxes, but
Hmm.
then somebody like Bruno Mars does an R&B album. Oh, this is so great! Oh, and you're sitting there going, but we in Canada have been releasing this
uh,
stuff for the last like
man, I mean,
20 years,
I
30
it's
years. And then Bruno Mars comes out of nowhere. Oh, I'm going to release one, and
yeah.
suddenly, oh, it's the greatest thing ever.
Well, you see, that's it, right? I think that's where the whole commerce of it comes into play. And granted, right, it is the music business, so obviously there is more to like success in that frame. uh there's more to it than, like, I guess, the quality of what's coming out, right? There's also like what kind of, who's listening, what kind of stories are people used to, what are people hearing. And obviously, and as a fan even of that Silk Sonic project, obviously I think anybody that's already got Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, or like, the Delphonics, the style, like if you have that on your playlist anyway, so you're not listening to anything new in that sense, but
Yeah.
you can still appreciate the execution of it. And yeah, and I feel like you there's a point when you come into this world where you realize that there can be sometimes a difference. And I mean, again, the more you get into this world of soul music and like really, black music, that whole history is absolutely littered with all kinds of names of people like that did amazing, beautiful things that maybe in their time wasn't quite as appreciated. And then, as time kind of goes, it's, you kind of see more and more people tuning into it. And yeah, I think that is like an unfortunate reality sometimes of this world. And obviously there's like forces at play, systemic forces at play, that participate and contribute to that state of things. And that's where also it is very gratifying to be part, of that, kind of like joining that cohort. Some of the names you just brought up, of people that like bring back the soul, I mean, bring back the soul, but more so, yeah, just keep it burning, and like are unapologetic about their love for it and the joy that it brings them. You're getting me too excited here.
That's okay, man. That's okay.
uh all right, way back.
And shout out to Daniel Caesar too for doing what he's doing too, for
Yes,
helping represent the red and white.
absolutely.
You're doing that yourself because all I had to do was listen. Honestly, your new single, I listened to I think it was like 2 or 3 seconds. Immediately, I had sent you the email going, "We got to set this interview." So let's get right into what you have done. Can you please give me the name of your new single and how does it
Yes,
represent you in this point in your career?
absolutely. So the song is called "So Easy," and I made it in collaboration with a great friend of mine by the name of See the Reason. And honestly, in a word, it's soul music. It's soul. It's. I've gotten, obviously, being of this generation, being exposed to like all kinds of things from the world of electronic music to hip hop and so on and so forth. Naturally, in my output as an artist, I've been moved to sort of like integrate a lot of different aspects into my creations. And for me, this year has felt as to me, it's under the sign of just soul music, just kind of like just trying to execute on something that exists. So it's not necessarily creating something new, but sort of like channeling those things that are already in me and that I'm already very sensitive to, and surrounding myself with people that feel the same about music. And so, in a word, that's what it is. I think it's just meant to be a song that just like you if you think about the feel of those Motown records, they just put you in a good mood, gives your step a little pep. You kind of walk out. It's like, yeah, right. It's groovy, it's sexy, it's sweet, and yeah, that's kind of what I've. To me, this is what this season is really for me as a certainly as a a songwriter and as a singer, it's something that I now want to like unapologetically lean all the way into.
Lyrically, what's the song about?
Yes, so it's simply the tenderness and ease of love, and I know you and I've had a chance to exchange a little bit on this topic, but um, relationships aren't always the easiest things to kind of like maintain, let alone get into. And and I think when Chris and I were talking a little bit while making this, naturally it just when you do find somebody, that when you do have somebody in your life that you appreciate, obviously on the one hand it's easy to settle into that comfort of like, yeah, this is nice. And I guess so easy is where the comfort is a good thing, because I know sometimes obviously you get too comfortable and maybe people start feeling a little less valued. But so easy is really where it is comfortable and you just appreciate it and you're grateful and you just want to let the person know it. You want to let the person feel it as well. Just yeah, it is so easy. And I guess when it's good, it's like with music, right? When you hear a song that you love, you don't have to think about it, right? It just hits you and it's all there and it's all perfect. And this was our attempt at putting that genie in a bottle, so to speak.
Is there going to be an EP and album to follow this?
Well, Chris and I have been working on quite a few tunes, so there's going to be more music in that vein. And yes, my next project is going to be a soul project, like all the way. So you can certainly expect that sort of energy in it. Yes.
Any shows happening for the summer of 2026?
Ooh, for the summer we have a few. We have a few confirmed, a few festivals. Well, the next thing coming up right now is in March. I'm going to be going out on tour with Bedouin Sound Clash around Ontario.
Whoa!
Yeah, as a support act. So that's very exciting. We got to do a little run last spring out west, and so this is just a beautiful continuation. Great guys, and I'm excited as well to kind of just go. I love touring Ontario, and then yes, and then this summer I have there's a. I don't even know if I'm allowed to share this yet, but like this
Yes, you
is
are.
it's you, so I'm gonna tell you. But there's a festival coming to Montreal, a new soul music festival that's coming out for its first edition, and I've been invited to participate in that as well. So more details incoming, and yeah, and a couple. I think a Festival de Guitare in Quebec, in Rouen-Noranda as well, coming up in July, and yeah, and so that's some of the things that we have cooking up for the summer already.
I love it. I love it. Brother, I'll let you go. Thank you so much
Oh
for doing
man,
this interview with me. Thank
thanks
you
for
for the
having
great
me.
single. And let's
Appreciate
talk
it.
when you finally put it
Yes,
all together under one roof and let's talk
say
more about
less,
it.
man. Say less, and you will be hearing more. Don't worry, I got you.
Always love and respect.
Always, Woody. Thank you so much, man. Have a beautiful day.